Every woman who has ever been in love knows that sinking feeling when the man she cares about suddenly starts to pull away. One moment, he is texting you every morning, sharing sweet goodnights, making plans for weekends, and talking about how much he enjoys being around you. The next moment, it feels like a wall goes up. His texts become short, his calls become less frequent, and instead of planning the next date, he seems distracted or unavailable. If you are watching this video right now, chances are you are going through this exact situation, and your heart is searching for answers. The most important thing I want you to know is this. His pulling away does not automatically mean he has lost interest. In fact, many times when men act distant, it has far more to do with what is going on inside their own mind than with anything you did wrong. But before we dive into the psychology of why men pull away, let's talk about what not to do. Because your first reaction can either push him farther away or bring him closer again. You might feel the urge to text him more, to call him multiple times, to ask what's wrong over and over again. Some women even start chasing harder, posting things on social media just to get his attention or trying to make him jealous. Here's the truth. All of these actions backfire. Why? Because the more you chase, the more pressure he feels. And pressure is the #1 reason men retreat further into their shell. Men are wired to need space when they feel overwhelmed emotionally. Imagine being in a room where someone keeps turning up the volume on a speaker. At first you enjoy the music, but when it gets too loud, your instinct is to step back or cover your ears. That's exactly how a man feels when a woman responds to his distance with more pressure. Instead of making him stay, it makes him want to run. Here's the key secret that most women don't realize. Men don't pull away because they don't care. They pull away because they are processing emotions, stress, or even their growing feelings for you. Think about it. Men are often taught from a young age not to express vulnerability. When they start to feel emotionally attached, it can trigger fear. He might wonder, am I ready for this level of commitment? What if I disappoint her? What if I lose my independence? Instead of sharing those fears, many men retreat into distance. It's like a reset button for them, a way to gather their thoughts before stepping forward again. Understanding this psychology is powerful because once you see his distance as a reflection of his inner conflict, not as a rejection of you, you stop panicking, and that changes everything. So if panicking and chasing doesn't work, what does? The answer is surprisingly simple, but it requires emotional strength. The best response when he pulls away is to lean back and give him space, while focusing on yourself. This doesn't mean playing games or pretending you don't care. It means confidently allowing him to have his process while you continue to live your life fully. Go out with friends, invest in your hobbies, focus on your work, your health, and your happiness. When he sees that you are not desperately clinging but instead radiating calm self-assurance, two things happen. 1, you avoid adding pressure, and 2, you become even more attractive in his eyes. Men are drawn to women who are secure enough not to crumble when space appears. Remember, distance is not the end. It can actually be the beginning of deeper intimacy if you respond the right way. Before we move into the next part of this video, where I'll share exactly how to re-engage his attention and rebuild the connection step by step, I want you to pause and ask yourself this. Are you ready to approach love from a place of strength instead of fear? If your answer is yes, then stay with me until the very end, because the strategies I'm about to reveal work every single time. While you're here, make sure you subscribe to Love and Life Physiology and hit that notification bell, because on this channel we dive deep into the science and psychology of love, relationships, and attraction, helping you decode the male mind so you can create the love story you truly deserve. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. When you give a man space, something powerful happens inside his mind. At first he may feel relief because he no longer senses pressure. But very quickly, a shift takes place. He starts to notice your absence. He remembers your smile, your laugh, the way he feels when he's around you. Instead of running from you, his attention turns back toward you. Because men naturally crave what feels safe, supportive, and magnetic. This is why holding your ground and not chasing is so effective. It's not about playing cold or manipulative games, it's about allowing his desire to breathe. Men value freedom, but they also value connection. When you show him that he can have both with you, freedom and closeness, you create the perfect environment for love to grow. Think of it like holding sand in your hand. If you squeeze too tightly, it slips away. But when you hold it gently, it stays right there. This is your moment, not to flood him with emotions or demands, but to meet him calmly and confidently. When he sends that first text, respond warmly but don't immediately pour out everything you've been holding in. Keep the tone light, positive, and invite. If he calls, pick up with genuine energy, but don't use the moment to interrogate him about where he's been. Remember, your energy is your magnet. The calmer and more centered you are, the more he feels drawn to you. This balance, welcoming without chasing, is what keeps the connection alive and allows him to naturally move closer without feeling trapped. Think of it as a dance. You don't want to step on his toes, you want to move in rhythm with him. One of the best things you can do during this stage is to shift your energy toward yourself. Instead of sitting by the phone or overthinking his every move, fill your days with activities that bring you joy and confidence. Go to the gym, start that book you've been meaning to read, plan a trip with friends, or dive into your personal goals. When you do this, not only do you protect your own happiness, but you also become even more attractive in his eyes. Confidence and independence are magnetic qualities. Men are naturally drawn to women who shine in their own lives because it signals emotional strength. The truth is, when you are fully engaged in your own growth and happiness, you won't just be waiting for him, you'll be living. And nothing makes a man want to come back more than seeing a woman who values herself. Eventually, there will come a point when you and he talk about the distance. This is a crucial moment, and the way you handle it determines whether the relationship grows stronger or falls apart. The key is communication without confrontation. Instead of saying, "Why are you ignoring me?" try something more open and safe, like, "I've noticed you've been a little quiet lately. Is everything okay?" This approach invites honesty without making him defensive. Men respond better when they don't feel accused. By speaking calmly and showing care rather than frustration, you give him space to express what's really going on. Sometimes it's stress at work, sometimes it's family issues, and sometimes it's his own fears about the relationship. Whatever it is, your calm presence creates trust. And trust is what turns temporary distance into lasting closeness. Now that you understand why men pull away, how to give space without fear, and how to re-engage with confidence, you're already miles ahead of where most women get stuck. But here's the most important part: consistency. Love isn't built on one reaction, it's built on a pattern of emotional security. When he sees that you are the kind of woman who doesn't panic at distance, who respects his process, and who communicates with care, he begins to feel safer investing in you. And that's what transforms a relationship from fragile to unbreakable. If you want to keep learning the proven psychology of how men think, how attraction deepens, and how to create unstoppable connection, then don't just watch this video, become part of our community. Hit subscribe to Love and Life Physiology, turn on the bell, and share this video with a friend who needs it. Together, let's decode the science of love and help you create the relationship you truly deserve. One of the most common reasons men pull away is because something in the relationship triggers deep emotions they don't fully understand. For women, emotions are usually processed by talking, sharing, and connecting. But for men, when emotions feel overwhelming, their instinct is often to retreat and sort things out alone. This doesn't mean he doesn't care about you, it means he's navigating his own inner world. Here's the key: when you notice his withdrawal, don't immediately assume it's about you. Often, it's about his stress at work, financial pressures, family issues, or even his fears of commitment. By recognizing these triggers and giving him grace instead of panic, you position yourself as his safe place, not another source of stress. Over time, he will start to see you as the one woman who truly understands him, and that's incredibly powerful for long-term love. When he seems distant, you may feel the urge to solve all his problems, offer advice, push him to talk, or even try to manage his emotions for him. While your intentions are pure, this often backfires. Men don't want to feel like a project that needs fixing. They want to feel respected and trusted to handle their own challenges. Instead of rushing in to solve, Try saying something supportive but simple, like, I know you have a lot on your mind. I just want you to know I'm here when you're ready. That one sentence communicates care without pressure. It leaves the door open for him to lean on you when he's ready, without making him feel weak or incapable. Avoiding the fixer trap is one of the most attractive things you can do in a relationship. Here's a powerful truth: men are drawn to mystery. When you live a life that is full, exciting, and not entirely centered around him, he becomes curious about you. Curiosity creates attraction. This doesn't mean you should play manipulative games or hide who you are. It means investing in your own passions so that your life naturally becomes interesting. Maybe you're exploring new hobbies, advancing your career, or traveling with friends. When he sees that your world is vibrant and he's not your only source of happiness, he feels pulled toward you. Think about it. The people we admire most are the ones who inspire us with their energy and independence. When you embody this, you don't have to chase his attention. He naturally craves being part of your life. That mystery keeps him engaged, even during moments of distance. At the same time, mystery doesn't mean being cold or emotionally unavailable. Relationships thrive when there is a balance between vulnerability and strength. That means allowing him to see your soft side, sharing your feelings honestly, but in a way that is grounded, not desperate. For example, instead of saying, I hate when you ignore me, try, I really value our connection, and when we're distant, I miss you. That's vulnerability without pressure. It shows your heart but also communicates that you're secure enough not to spiral into panic. This balance is magnetic because it gives him the gift of emotional intimacy, while reminding him that you're not dependent on his every move. Strength and softness together create the kind of relationship dynamic men rarely find and deeply value. Here's the mindset shift that changes everything. Instead of seeing his distance as a threat, see it as an opportunity. It's a chance to grow closer in the long run by proving that you can handle space without fear. Every relationship will face moments of distance. It's not about avoiding them, it's about how you handle them. When you respond with grace, you train the relationship to withstand challenges. You show him and yourself that you don't crumble under pressure. That resilience builds trust. And trust is the foundation of lasting love. So the next time he pulls away, instead of spiraling, remind yourself, this is not the end. This is the moment where our bond has the chance to grow even stronger. Sometimes a man's distance is not about temporary stress or fear. It's about him not being emotionally available for the kind of relationship you want. This is where your self-worth comes in. If you consistently give space, communicate with care, focus on your life, and he still remains distant with no effort to reconnect, you need to ask yourself, is this the kind of love I deserve? Healthy relationships are built on mutual effort. It's okay to give space, but you cannot carry the entire relationship alone. Knowing when to walk away is not weakness, it's the ultimate strength. By valuing yourself enough to step back from someone who cannot meet you halfway, you create space for the man who will. Understanding why men pull away also connects to attachment psychology. People have different attachment styles: secure, anxious, avoidant. Many men fall into the avoidant category, which means when emotions get intense, they instinctively retreat. Women with anxious attachment may panic during that retreat, which creates a push-pull cycle. The good news: this cycle can be broken when you respond differently. By staying calm and not chasing, you disrupt the old pattern. Over time, even avoidant men can feel safer staying close because they realize you're not adding pressure. This is where relationship science meets love. And when you understand these dynamics, you become far more powerful in guiding the connection towards stability. At the core of every lasting relationship is emotional safety. Men, just like women, need to feel safe, being their authentic selves. When you respond to his distance with patience instead of anger, curiosity instead of accusation, and strength instead of panic, you create that safety. And when a man feels emotionally safe with a woman, he doesn't want to let her go. Emotional safety turns love from fragile to resilient. It's what makes him think of you not just as a girlfriend, but as a lifelong partner. Remember, love isn't just about attraction, it's about security. And security is built through the way you handle the tough moments, especially when he pulls away. Here's the beautiful truth: you are not powerless when he pulls away. In fact, you are writing your love story with every choice you make. You can choose panic, chasing, and fear. or you can choose calm confidence and self-love. The second path doesn't just bring him back closer, it transforms the relationship into something healthier and more balanced. More importantly, it transforms you. You become stronger, wiser, and more grounded in your worth. Whether he returns with open arms or life leads you towards someone even better, you win, because you refuse to let fear control your story. That's what empowerment in love really looks like. So now you know exactly what to do when he pulls away. Avoid the chase, give space, focus on yourself, communicate with care, and remember your worth. These strategies don't just work every time, they create the foundation for a love that lasts. If this message resonated with you, then don't let it stop here. Join our community of women who are learning the science and psychology of attraction every single week. Hit subscribe to Love and Life Physiology, tap the notification bell, and share this video with a friend who needs to hear it. Your love story deserves to be extraordinary, and with the right tools, it will be. Remember, love is not about never facing challenges, it's about facing them with wisdom and strength. And now you're ready to do exactly that.